Sandy Shores in Grand Theft Auto 5 is a cesspit of meth addicts, illegal arms smuggling, and overall degeneracy. But Sandy Shores and the surrounding areas of the Alamo Sea are based off the real-life town of Desert Shores, and the Alamo Sea is based off the real-life Salton Sea in California. Sandy Shores shares its likeness as well as its history with its real-life counterpart, which leads into today's video, that being the real-world history of Sandy Shores. The Salton Sea did not exist in the year 1900. In fact, it was a man-made lake from an accident by a development company that believed building canals in the desert would transform the desert into a flourishing place for agriculture. But one day in 1905, high amount of rainfall in the Colorado River caused all the rushing rainwater to pour into the canal system, and eventually breaking through the canals flowing into the Salton Sink, transforming the once known Salton Sink into the Salton Sea. This was seen as a disaster at first until news broke that a giant lake formed in the middle of the California desert, causing the surrounding towns of the newly formed Salton Sea to become a tourist spot up until the 1950s. But it turns out all the pesticides near the surrounding agricultural land ended up poisoning the Salton Sea, causing fish to wash up and die from the lake. The Salton Sea ended up becoming a cesspit of hazardous waste from the pesticides. And the combination of the hazardous waste being put in the lake and the dead fish causing a horrible smell in the Salton Sea, it turned tourists away from the Salton Sea, causing Desert Shores, Bombay Beach, and other surrounding tourist spots by the Salton Sea to become abandoned. Today, surrounding areas around the Salton Sea are still tourist spots, just not for the Salton Sea itself. Such spots include Coachella, Slab City, and Joshua Tree National Park. People will visit and explore the once prosperous Salton Sea to visit the surrounding ghost towns though. One of these surrounding towns being Desert Shores, which Sandy Shores clearly takes inspiration from, although not as thriving as it used to be, with a small population of 360 people living there. Desert Shores has a small motel, an RV park, a bar and restaurant, and of course many trailer parks. Also many abandoned buildings as well. Overall, much like Sandy Shores in Grand Theft Auto 5, Desert Shores is a small rundown town in the middle of the desert with little to offer. Now, that was my small real-life history rundown on Sandy Shores and the Alamo Sea. Now, if you guys did go on enjoy this little history lesson, like what I had to say, a like and comment would be appreciated. Subscribe new to the channel. And with all that out of the way, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.